Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Time to take that walk and go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Guys, we got an old one here. This is Foothills Brewing. They're down in North Carolina. This is their Baltic Porter. And guys, I've had this one in the fridge a long time. This is a 2005. And this is 2019. Its beer is 14 years old. Almost. On the side of the label it says August 13th of 2005. So not quite 14. 13 and a half years old. Very old. And it's a 9%er, so it should sell her decently. And like I said, I've had this beer a long time. So, that being said, let's see what this brings to the table and how well. I'm a fan of Foothills. I've been to the brewery. I've met the head brewer. Been down there for their sexual chocolate release dinner and all that stuff. So the whole big shebang when they do their sexual chocolate release and have the big high dollar dinner to go with it, and you're allowed to buy a couple bottles of their barrel aged version of the sexual chocolate. And I still have probably 4 or 5 of those bottles downstairs in the fridge cellaring now from the last time I was there several years ago. But it was a nice occasion, a nice dinner. Like I said, got to meet the brewer, and they had a super amount of beers on tap at their new facility they had just opened up down there. So a very nice place to go. So if you're in the vicinity, you might want to check them out. Check out if the head brewer is apt to be there, Jamie Bartholomew. It's a nice place. It is. It's a real nice facility they've got going on down there now. Like I said, this is a 9%er. I don't know how many times during the year they do it. Untapped has the 2005 edition listed. 9%, 52 IBUs. And the writing on the side of the bottle looks like it's exactly the same thing that's written here. It says, celebrate the anniversary of Pop the Cap with our GABF, Great American Beer Festival, gold-winning Baltic Porter, a perfect way to celebrate Foothills Brewing great beer to our town. Well, they've been brewing beers for a long time, guys. And like I said, this is a very old beer, 13 and a half years old. So I'm anxious to see how this is done. It's probably one of the longer cellaring beers that I have. I think I've got one more down there that's older than this. But this is a fairly old beer. So we're going to find out what it's going to bring to the table. We got the 9% ABV, 52 IBUs, and we know that it was bottled on August 13th of 2005. So you got all 3 bits of information. We do appreciate them putting that information on here and it being available. So it is time. Big 22 ounce bomber. Little hiss there. Not a lot of smoke. We're going to go down the center on this one here, guys, and see what we end up with here. And let's just start producing a monster head. I'm not going to pour it super aggressive. I don't want to have 4 fingers of head on here. We'll kick it up a notch here on the back end pour. Alright, about 1.5 fingers of head on that. Nice khaki colored head. Good looking beer. Over into the light, guys. I can see some red ruby tinges on the thin part of the glass down here. Pretty dark through the big bowl part. Good looking beer. Very nice looking beer. Let's get it to the nose and see what we can smell. Rich roasted malt. Hint of caramel and toffee. Maybe a little black molasses. maybe a hint of bittersweet chocolate and some maybe a hint of some licorice in there too. Very nice smelling beer. It is, according to the aroma, I haven't tasted it yet. It smells very pleasant. Has cellared very well. This goes to show you, I mean, you would never cellar a Budweiser, Miller, or Coors for that long. Of course, they're not 9% either, but these bigger beers, once you get into these 9, 10, 11, 12%ers in this style, they usually cellar pretty well. A little bit of cocoa going on there too. Let's dive in. I'm thirsty. Cheers, everybody. Very nice bittersweet chocolate taste going on there. Very smooth. Alcohol is very well hidden. Very tasty, guys. Very, very tasty. And I've been down there a couple times. I went to their original brewery many years ago, and then a couple years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, we went down there for the Sexual Chocolate release in the new brewery. So I don't know if they're still brewing in the old brewery too, or in both places, or what's going on, but the new place is a lot bigger than the old place was. So I don't know if they're still doing anything in the old place or not. Very tasty beer, guys. It is very, very tasty. It's cellared exceptionally well. I'm very pleased. Very smooth, 9% Baltic Porter. Well, it's right out of the fridge. Let me sip on this bad boy, and we'll come back. Pretty impressive beer for as old as it is. Alright, guys, I'm back. Been sipping on it for a while now. Awesome lacing this up on the glass. This is the glass. It's a very tasty beer. It is cellared very well. Very well. It's hard for me to talk. Very tasty. Alcohol is well hidden. Nice roasted malt notes. Hints of molasses and bittersweet chocolate and cocoa. Very enjoyable. For a 2005 edition, very, very tasty, guys. This beer cellars very well. Probably, like I said earlier, one of the oldest beers that I have in the cellaring fridge downstairs, and it has cellared very, very well. Very tasty beer. This very nice aroma. Very pleasant. Final chug. Wow. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. Guys, I'm going to go against the grain on this one, since it's as old as it is, and as tasty as it is, and it has cellared as well as it has. It's an A beer. I'm going to give it A 95 right down the middle there. I think it's a tad better than what everybody else is saying for as old as the beer is. Very tasty. We'll run over to Beer Advocate. They have it at 4.09, which is in their in their A- range. With all the information I have with the ABV and the IBUs and the bottled on date, that goes a long way with me. And being this old and having that information on it, very nice, very, very nice. And for final check-in, we run over to Untapped. Untapped has it at 4.07, also in their A- range. I think it's a little better than that. That's why I gave it a solid A, guys, with 95 right down the middle. So if you've had this Foothills Brewing Baltic Porter, especially if you've had one this old recently, let me know what you think. It's an awesome beer. It's very tasty, fits the style very well, and for the porter being 9%, a little bigger than average for the typical porters, very tasty. If it did a bourbon barrel aged version of this, I'm not sure they did or they have, that would probably kick it up a notch or 2 or 12. Very nice. Very nice, guys. So that's where we're going to leave it. If you've had your 2005 Baltic Porter from these guys recently, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.